It's been a while since we talked about the wish list and what characters you should be prioritizing, going for one copy or completely ignoring. So today's topic, of course, is going to be everyone's favorite, the wish list system in NIKKE. Hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I am Sefhi. Let's talk a little bit about the wish list, what characters you should be prioritizing, and which ones you can either ignore or go for one copy, whatever you prefer. Written version, it's updated on the website if you want to go for that already. And of course, before we start, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. We have 37 gems. In fact, before we start, just for reference, I'm still doing singles. Yes, don't do as I do as I say. Do not pull for Romani. I'm going for the MLB. Okay, don't pull for her. She is one of the worst characters since release. I'll do singles, I'm not touching my gems, we're not spending for her. If we can get her good, if not, c'est la vie. We are ticketing the anniversary character, and then we're gonna be saving for whatever comes next, right? I don't think I'll MLB Cinderella or whatever it is, unless the background has a really good fan service. All that jumping, let's start with the wishlist and what characters you should be prioritizing. Let's go, as usual, manufacturer by manufacturer. Do not take a picture of this. This is not the best wishlist. This is just what I'm going for because I have every character in the game. I'm just going for dupes on the characters that I like. So let's start with the Elysion one, okay? And let's go burst by burst. When it comes to big one on Elysion, there is only one thing you need, and that's the killer wife. Both Sui and Miranda you can completely ignore, and my PvP character that I don't know if she's still used nowadays or not, because as you'll know, I don't care about PvP. So the killer wife is the character you should be going for, right? Pretty simple. When it comes to your B2s, there is a couple options that are good. There is 3 options that are decent, maybe 4 if you want to include Polly, everyone's favorite. I would only go for Marciana as priority. I would try to get 1 copy of Diesel and 1 copy of Mast. And Mast is kind of an incognito right now. There is no good crit teams in NIKKE. As you all know, crit in this game is probably this is the only gacha where crit is not meta. It's elemental, only an attack. So Mast is kind of on a limbo right now. But you could go for 1 copy of both Diesel and Mast. I would not recommend it since it's better to go for your B3s directly. But I would go for Miss Marcia's priority. You can ignore N1 signal unless they are your waifus. And when it comes to the B3s, there is a couple options that are meta, a couple options that are kind of skip, and one that I will just say, okay, don't go for this. So first of all, Phantom is still not here, but will be added here. Is your priority. She is the best DPS, okay? If you have Phantom already, then I would go for both privates. Both of them are still amazing, even to this day. Normal private, it's so good. It's a character that's amazing. Just because her versatility as a support character and sub DPS, she's 10 out of 10, right? So I will go for normal private. You can go for main private and Helm as well. Now, this is a hot take, but Helm and Quiri do the same thing. They're both the only B3's healers. Of course, Quiri, since she focuses on max HP, does a lot less for the team right now because we don't have a lot of max HP characters, but she is there as an option. I will go Helm. You can ignore everyone else. Like directly, these 3 DPSs will carry you with Phantom. That's more than enough. Now, what other alternatives are there that could be potentially good? Bestie, if you want to invest in her as a water DPS, kind of copy Maiden for PvP. Once again, I don't touch PvP. D as a situational character, if you need to stun and burst faster, but still she has almost 0 usage nowadays, even for Modernia. And then Guillotine, I personally don't like her. She has lost a lot of usage. She was being used because on an Electro team with low HP, she shines. The problem with low HP teams, most of the time, get completely fucked, okay? You do need a healer or you need some form of sustain, be it shield, be it HP recovery, whatever it is. That's why she has lost so much usage. She is still a great DPS if you invested her or if you have her, but I would not recommend going for her. I would recommend Phantom in here and then going for both privates. If you get Miss Marcy, I don't think you need Helm, but she's pretty good to also go for. So those are the characters that I would recommend going for and the ones that I personally think you should prioritize, right? Now, when it comes to Missilis, it changed a little bit because there is a lot of really good units. So let's start with the big ones, and as usual, right? Actually, in here there is 3 options that are pretty good. You have both Litter and Tia as the best characters you can get for big ones in here, and then you have Toph for your shotgun team. Now, your shotgun team is if you want to invest on a full shotgun team and you have already a couple of those units. If you're wishlisting all of them, might take some time, but still, it's nice. I would not go for Pepper, right now. Nowadays, she barely sees any usage unless we're talking about the specific solo rates with elemental weakness to wind. In that case, she can be used on some of the teams for either last bullet or the shotgun one, but I will still not recommend going for it as priority. If you get her of banner while pulling, nice. But when it comes to your priority, should be Tia, should be Litter. When it comes to your B2s, there is only one good option here, that's Naga. The best or one of the best B2s in the game, not counting Pilgrims or Limiteds, and even above a lot of the Pilgrims and Limiteds. So Naga is amazing, of course, pairs with Tia. If you already have Tia, you already have Naga, you could be going for Elec or for Senti, but it's a lot of copium. In fact, as much as I love Senti, I would not recommend going for her right now. I love her, but she's become pretty much useless nowadays. Elec, however, might be seeing some usage now with the distribute damage teams. And still, it's a team that's not fully built or not fully elaborated by Shift Up. They might release more units, maybe anniversary. We don't know. We shall see. You can completely ignore Uni and add me. Now, when it comes to your B3s, there is a couple options that are pretty good. Your priority should be Ain and should be Maxwell. These are the best B3s for Missilis. Now, if you want to go for the treasure, you could be going for Laplace. If you want the treasure, if you don't want the treasure, ignore Laplace. She's not good. Same for Drake. As much as I love her, she's not that great. You should be focusing on both the snipers, Ain and Maxwell. Those are the best ones. So those are the characters for Missilis that I would personally go for. Like I was saying, right now for me, I'm just going for dupes because I have every character in the game. And let's go for Tetra, the manufacturer with the most units in the fucking game. As usual, shift up. Stop with the preferences. Now, lot of characters here that you could be going for. I'm gonna be honest, the only one you should be aiming for as a B1, actually two. It's Bunny Alice and it's Rogue, whatever you want to pronounce it. Yes, I don't know how to say it, okay? It's fine. Now, she will be added on the wishlist with Phantom, so pretty soon, next patch on anniversary. I would not recommend nowadays prioritizing volume. Getting one copy is nice to have more cooldown reduction characters, but I would not even prioritize. Bunny Alice and Rogue are a lot better. The other B1s, and the only one that you will be paying any attention, it's Exia, and no, it's kind of copium nowadays, so it's Exia. Exia, the only reason to pull her and put her as priority is if you want to build an Electro team with her treasure. If you don't care about that, you can completely remove her. So Rogue and Bunny Alice are your B1s. When it comes to your B2s, it kind of has changed over time. There is plenty of characters that are good. There is a lot of options that I will tell you, yeah, these characters are good. Like you can go Dollar, Rupee, Biscuit, Piper, and Novel, and they're good, but just good. There is better characters nowadays, right? And so when we talk about better characters, of course, it's going to be Blanc, should be your priority, and then Leona if you are going to build your shotgun team. The shotgun team is strong. It has been used on basically every raid since the team was formed. Since we got both Leona, Toph, and the DPSs, it has always been used. So I would recommend going for them. Now, once again, if you don't like them, you can just go for a Blanc, and that's it, to pair with Rogue or to pair with Nor. The other B2s are just not good. Again, for collection, of course, go for them. But if it's not for collection, the only ones that I will say will have value nowadays is Viper for the treasure, kind of on a limbo right now. Dola for the CDR, and Biscuit, she's still really fucking good. But we're moving towards more of the burst to 20 seconds, and we're removing most of the 40-second ones right now. So for your B2s, plenty of options. When it comes to your B3s, there is barely any options. So first of all, even if Alice is free, you should prioritize getting more copies of her. She is a strong character. After her, the only two B3s you should be aiming for are Nor and Bunny Soda. Bunny Soda, you can go for multiple copies if you wanted, but I honestly would go only for one copy of each, because Tetra has so many characters that I would prioritize getting copies of Alice and then just getting more units from your wishlist rather than copies on two DPSs that they are not bad, but they are not as good as other options you have, right? Not counting, of course, the limited characters, the Pilgrims, etc. Now, when it comes to Pilgrims and Abnormals, you all know you cannot wishlist them. God bless Shift Up. So good luck getting those. Abnormals are not coming back, at least for now, and then Pilgrim Musis is just a matter of luck. In fact, as a reference, right? I pull quite often, and I'm missing quite a bit of Pilgrims for MLB. So Isabel only has one copy. For example, since release, I only got one copy. So that said though, that's going to be the priority for the wishlist updated before anniversary. After anniversary, unless they release something completely crazy, this shouldn't change much, because anniversary is going to be a Pilgrim, or 99% sure it's going to be a Pilgrim. All that jumping aside, that's gonna be it for this one. As usual, bosses, thank you for watching the videos. Love you all. Have a great day, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。